Hey, let's talk about the three most important things that you should do after an indulgent food day, week, vacation. Number one, you need to use this experience as data. So let's say that you eat in a certain way that works for your body. You are feeling really good, your energy's good, brain fog is gone, you're sleeping well. You have figured out how to eat in a way that works for your body. Now, let's say a birthday, a holiday, a vacation rolls around, and all of a sudden you're presented with a bunch of food that you don't normally eat. They're just not a regular part of your healthy lifestyle. But yet they're enticing, especially birthdays and holidays, and really even on vacation. We're sometimes presented with foods that we don't see very often. So we look at these foods and we remember how delicious they are and how good they made us feel and all the happy times we've eaten them. And then we kind of look at them as something that's fairly scarce because we only see them at these special times. So we tend to indulge. This is not unusual. This is pretty common, but you need to know that about yourself. So it's really important to recognize this as an opportunity to collect data. So if you are going to eat off of plan, and your plan is whatever that is that makes you feel good, whatever is working for your body, maybe you have a weight loss goal, and the way that you have been eating for a month, 6 months, a year, 5 years is working. You're shedding the excess weight. You're feeling really good. And then again, you're presented with these delicious foods that you know you love. They're foods from your past. And so you indulge and you have a really good time. Collect the data. Think about how those foods made you feel. This is not stuff that you normally eat. How's your digestion? How are your sugar cravings? Where's your hunger and appetite at? How did you sleep? Brain fog, depression, anxiety, stress levels, have those changed? What's different after having these foods? So let's say you're at a wedding or birthday party and you indulge and have cake and alcohol and whatever, lots of goodies. The next day, I want you to think about how you feel. I know for me, when I eat sugar, so cake and things like that I don't normally eat, the next day, I feel like I have a hangover. It has nothing to do with alcohol. I actually don't drink alcohol. I feel like I have a hangover. So think about how you feel. Are your sugar cravings kicked up? Did you wake up and normally do you not even eat breakfast? Maybe you fast until 10, 11, noontime. And maybe you woke up after that indulgent day and thought, ooh, pancakes would be really delicious. Or maybe you just woke up and you just felt incredibly hungry, which is very unusual for you. So these are things to take note of. How did those foods impact your body? So a lot of times sugar cravings will get kicked up. And it'll be hard. You'll start thinking about sugary foods and things that you haven't eaten in a long time. And maybe you're thinking about chocolate or where could I get a little snack or a little treat? Just, it's data. So use this opportunity to, really think about how that food has impacted your body. This is great stuff. You want to know this because the next time it makes it easier to think, oh, you know what? I don't think I am going to have a piece of that cake. Or maybe I'll just have a bite because you remember how it made you feel and maybe how it threw you off for more than just a day. Maybe you had sugar cravings chasing you for 3 or 4 days, and maybe your hunger was really gnawing at you and bothering you. Things that you just don't, normally have to deal with. Collect the data. That is number one. Number two, I need you to jump right back on the way you normally eat. Right back into those foods that make you feel good, the foods that actually work for your body. So even if you wake up the next morning and you're like, boy, I really think pancakes would be such a great way to kind of finish off this fabulous weekend, stop, take a breath and think about that and be like, do I really want pancakes? Or no, maybe I'll just, I usually fast until about 10 in the morning. I think I'll just wait at 10, think about what I really want to eat and get right back to your normal food. If you normally have bacon and eggs and some avocado, that's what you should eat. Get right back to the foods that make your body feel good. Give your body some support and some help. Help it get back into balance. And then number 3, and this is really important, Let go of the negative self-talk. You didn't do anything wrong. Do not spiral down like you've just ruined all of your hard work over the last year, month, whatever it was. No, it was an indulgent time. It was a day, whatever it was. Just get right back to doing what works for you. Now, I will say, tip, do not get on the scale if you had an indulgent day. You filled up your sugar stores, you filled up your glycogen, you are going to be carrying extra water. Do not get on the scale. Give yourself a week, give yourself 3, 4, 5 days, and then you can weigh yourself. But if you're in that place where you just want to beat yourself up, yeah, then get on the scale because you're going to feel lousy. Don't do that. Just let it go. Think about how much fun you had. Who were you with? What were you doing? What was the occasion? What did you eat? Think about it. You probably had a great time. Enjoy that. You didn't do anything wrong. Now you're just going to go right back to what you normally do to make yourself feel good. So, people talk about that 80-20 rule. I like to talk 90-10, but whatever it is, this was one of those moments where you were at that 20% or that 10% that wasn't what you typically do. It's okay. It's real life. Just don't let that spiral send you off, basically over the cliff so that you can't come back to where you were, to the things that make you feel good, what you know works for you. Don't do it. Do not beat yourself up. Remember how much fun you had. And now remember how easy it is to make yourself feel good by doing the things that work for your body. All right, number 1, collect that data. You don't have a lot of opportunity to do that, especially if you're kind of eating 80-20 or 90-10. When those opportunities arise, collect the data. Remind yourself how you feel when things don't really work for your body. It's really important. Collect that data. Number 2, jump right back onto your regular foods, onto the stuff that makes you feel good. And then number 3, no death spiral of negative thinking. Do not go there. Just let it go. Just, you made a choice, embrace it, and move on. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Super simple. All right. I hope that was helpful. If you have questions, you certainly can shoot me a message.